The guys up. So we'll be creating a moving box animation with the help of CSS3. So let's do it. Let me create that one and say something like moving box animation. Alright, let's create a division and give some styling. You know, CSS is all about the style thing. First of all, let's access the div and let's give his height to be 200 pixel, width to be also 200, and let's partition to be relative partition, yeah. And also let's give a background color and let's start background to be blue. Okay, and let me check this out. And I go refresh the page and I get a box. That's it. But now what I want to do is I want to create a certain animation for it so that the box can move, you know, to the different direction. We can go move here, down, anywhere. Alright, so let's go back to our editor, and I'm gonna use a function called a keyframe. So what is a keyframe actually? A keyframe is a simply a drawing. Okay, keyframe is a drawing that defines the starting and ending point of a transition of an animation in actually in CSS3. So let me write add keyframes. So literally the word frame means the drawing and key means the point. So this is a function in CSS3 called keyframes for initiating our animation. And let's give a name to be animation, suppose. And now I gave this name to be animation, but I have not defined this name. So what I want to do is inside this division I want to define something called animation name. So this is a attribute we use to define a animation name, and let's give its name to be animation because that's what we're going here. So now, as I said, I'm going to be creating a moving object, which means I need to create a stable point for it to move. So maybe I want to move from here to this point, or from this point to this point, and these all things are defined with the help of a percent. Okay, from 0 to 100%. Now we can create numbers of moving point, but going to create it from 0%. This here is the starting point. This is a 0% point. And suppose if I create 10%, maybe I want to create 10% to be here, and it's a 10% point, maybe 20 here, and it goes so on and so on. So you can get numbers of points of it. So let me actually start it at 0%. Means at the beginning. Let's create something. Suppose let's call it background color to be same color. Okay, same blue color, no change. And let's call it partition of the left to be 0 pixel, and top also to be 0 pixel. So which means this is gonna begin with this thing. At 0% it's gonna be like this one, but now whenever I change the percent to be 20, I'm gonna change it. For example, let me change another one. Let's call it to be 25%. And at this point, okay, at 25%, I'm gonna call this background color to be red. Okay, and at left now at 25%, I want this box to move to up to this direction or something like that, which means I must change the margin left. So let's change left to be suppose 50 pixel, and top is no change, 0 pixel. That's fine. But what if I save and see? So it does not change. This is because we have not kept duration for our animation. So let's go and create animation duration here. Animation duration to be suppose 5 seconds. Now what this does is going to take 5 seconds to move from 0% to 25%. In our case, 0% means having a background color to be blue, which is added 0% at left, 0% top, which means it's going to be at the similar position in here. But at 25%, it's going to have a color of red, and it's going to move 50 pixels towards right. Okay, and top is going to be the same. So let me see this now. And again, it's going to take 5 seconds to move from 0% to 25%. Let's go ahead and check this out. And see, from here to here, it moved. But if I change this 50 to 500, okay, and let's check this out. And see, it's moving. Alright, or we can even delay the animation. For example, if you want to delay the animation for about a few seconds, for example like 2 seconds, and if you refresh it, it's not gonna go at the same time. If it's gonna wait for 2 seconds and it's gonna go away. So let me do that. I'm gonna use another attribute called animation delay, and I'm gonna delay the animation by suppose 2 seconds. Now, which means it's gonna stay here for 2 seconds after refreshing the page, and after 2 seconds it's gonna move. So let me check this out. 1, 2, and it moves. So now, as I said, not only on one point, but we can create numbers of points. So let me do that. For example, let me add 50%. Let me say its background to be green, and left to be suppose same thing. Let's go to top to be 100, and okay, I just want to change the top, and let's say the left to be same, 500 pixels. Now what I did is at 50% I want this to be a color of green, and change from top of 0 pixel to 100 pixel, and the left is same thing, it's constant. Left is 500 pixel, but the 0 pixel is gonna change to 100 pixel, which means from here it's gonna go down. So let me check this out. So wait for 2 seconds, and it moves down. So that's what it did. And again, let me add suppose 75%. Now at 75%, I want this to have background of gray, and its top is suppose let's make it 300 to make it a bit noticeable. Let me change this to be 300 too. And now, I want to make this left to be 0 pixel. Now which means at 75% it's gonna have a color of gray, and top margin top of 300 pixels, which means it's gonna go 300 pixel down, and it's gonna have a left of 0 pixel. So let me check this out. And after 2 seconds it goes down, and it moves to here. Yes, that's what we wanted to do. And now from here we're gonna move to this to here. So again, let's add to be 100%, and at 100% I want this background color to change into aqua, and its top is 0 pixel, and its left also to be 0 pixel, because I want to move the animation to the 0%. At 100% I want to move this to the 0% parts, right? So let me check this out. Wait for 2 seconds, and it moves here down and goes up. Yes. And also we can create numbers of percents as our wish. Suppose I want to create like 10%, and at 10%, suppose I want to say its background color to be yellow, and its left to be suppose 200 pixel, and its top to be, suppose, let's say 0. Do not change it. Now which means it's gonna go 200 pixel left, and from there as well it's gonna go 500 pixel to the left. So let me check this out. 1 and 2 goes. Now did you see just stop here for a bit? So that's how we do it. Okay, so you can add infinite animation. And also, what if I wanna iterate my animation for numbers of time? At this time, if I refresh it, it's gonna just do it for once. But what if I want this to happen for numbers of time? Maybe 2 times or 3 times. It's just gonna repeat for my numbers of time. So for that, I'm gonna use a animation iteration count. Animation iteration count. And what this does is gonna count the animation at a specifier. Suppose I want this to move for 2 times. So let me check this out. Wait for 2 seconds, and it moves. And it's gonna move again. See, 2 times. What if I want to move it like 5 times? So I just use 5 here. It's gonna move for 5 times. Or what if I wanna keep it moving infinitely? For that, we're gonna use infinite. So it's gonna move forever. It means. Let me see if this works or not. And it's gonna move forever. So it's not gonna stop. It just keeps moving. So it works. And yes, that is pretty much all about creating a moving box animation. You can give it a try. You can add numbers or percentage here and add different sort of things, or you can even create numbers of boxes and start animation. So there's plenty of things you can do, but for now is all I can give. Thank you for watching.